Hi there, it's Theresa from Theresa Holistic Tarot with your weekly guidance. So let us get started. I'm just going to turn this music down a little. Bear with me. Okay. Right. Before I start, I'll do a little bit of housekeeping, get it out of the way. If you receive a message from me, it's not me. Please be aware of this scammer. I'm sick to my back teeth of him or her or them. Instinctively, I feel I know what it is anyway, but hey-ho. So I do give personal readings, and if someone uses the booking button on my Instagram page, it will take them to information about how I work and what to expect in a reading. And if you decide to book, then that perfect place there. Any questions or queries, you can DM me on Instagram. I will always answer messages, but so I don't contact you first. I really wouldn't do it, so it's not me. And so I can be contacted as well on Theresa Holistic Tarot at gmail.com for any queries. So let's get started. Okay. So Angel Spirits Guides. Let's clear the energy, please, and let's have some guidance for Libra. What do Libras need to pay attention to? What do they need to think about for this coming week that will stand them in good stead? So cards for Libra, please. Right. Your first card up is Balance. Second is Positive Movement Forward. So that's good. Partnerships and alliances. That's excellent. So, I mean, it's quite self-explanatory, the balance and the others. So we'll see what the tarot have to say, and then we'll go on. So, Angel Spirits Guides, please let's have some cards, some clarifiers for balance, positive movement forward, partnerships and alliances, please. Thank you. Okay. 3 cards for balance, 2 cards actually, sorry, 2 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. We have the Ace of Cups and the 7 of Pentacles. We have Death and we have 3 of Cups. Right, quite interesting actually. Excuse me. So with the two of Wands here, there may be a desire to change either job location, there may be a desire to travel, but it's very much about taking a decision towards something that is more fulfilling, maybe more as opposed to just a job, something that touches you, fills your soul, something you actually enjoy. It could be a passion, it could be a project, but something really exciting here. So taking a decision there, but you may feel, I'm not sure about it because I feel a bit stuck, I feel tied, I feel restricted. And the balance here would be about your thoughts, because the swords represent our thoughts. And balance would be saying your thoughts may be actually out of balance a little bit. You may be overthinking it. You may be thinking more in the negative. I'm stuck, you know. And these cards would be saying, no, think that again, look at it, try and make sure you're looking at it realistically and not from a place of fear. So under positive movement forward, we have the Ace of Cups, beautiful card, beautiful energy, new beginnings. So you're moving towards a new beginning, and that beginning will bring great joy, great happiness. It can be a new relationship. It's very much a card about emotions, and that can signify love and being together with someone, but definitely a new beginning somewhere. Now, the 7 of Cups, I'll come back to that. The 7 of Pentacles is not just a card of coins, it's a card of, well, coins, which people think are, pentacles, which people think are coins. It's not just about the money. It's about happiness, health, relationships, my home. So there can be, for you this week, Libra, a feeling of dissatisfaction. especially when it comes out with that feeling of being stuck, feeling trapped, feeling held back. So there's definitely a feeling of, is this it? I've always dreamed about traveling. Am I stuck? Is this it? So there'll be some questions in your mind, but bear in mind, even though you may have some doubt, some hesitation, you may feel very tired at the moment, you are moving forward. And you're moving forward to happiness. I know that sounds a bit corny, but it's true, because the Ace of Cups really does signify happiness. Now, for some, not everyone, it can indicate a new pregnancy. So that new pregnancy can be that new relationship, that new love, that new emotion. So it can be moving towards that. So this week could be the beginning of this, and it can be just the talking about it, the planning of it, or the actual conception could be this week. It's not going to obviously happen overnight, but it could be the turning point in a relationship, that moving forward. Whereas you may have felt stuck in the relationship, you may have felt the person didn't want a family or commitment, and actually so this talking will actually surprise you, and it will get rid of some of the fears or the negative thoughts you may have around the relationship, family, or being committed, you know. Now, under partnerships and alliances, we've got death and we've got the Three of Cups. Death can signify, well, it's not physical death, it's change, it's endings, it's beginnings. And it's a hugely transformative energy in a relationship. So it would indicate here that partnerships and alliances, so a partnership, now this could be a work partnership, professional alliance, it could be someone you're working with, doing a project with, or it could be in a personal relationship. But something, well, or this relationship, this partnership will really undergo a huge change. And the relationship has a massive potential, but huge potential for growth, because this is a card of big change. And I always bring it up, but it sticks in my head. I feel like the caterpillar that's in the cocoon that hasn't managed to get quite out yet, hasn't managed to spread its wings, doesn't even know it's got wings, let alone the most beautiful ones. So this is a card sometimes, especially in partnerships, about you don't actually realise the huge potential something has. And when you do realise it, you will be celebrating the Three of Cups. So I'm celebrating good news. It's coming out about partnerships. There's also this new relationship, the new beginning, this positive movement forward, and which definitely trumps the doubt and the negativity that could be in this card. Now, you have to bear in mind that our thoughts, when they're thought over and over and over again, can turn into beliefs. So you may believe you're stuck, but you might not be. And to be perfectly honest, she can get out of that. Those ties are loose, the big spaces between the swords. This is about challenging your thinking. So you're not as stuck as you think you are. And part of the balance would be bringing that back into a healthier outlook, checking your perspective, reality checking. So you're definitely moving forward, and there's definitely success in relationships, partnerships, new beginnings, and you'll be celebrating. So this could begin to be happening this week energetically, because we cannot see the full picture as like Spirit can. So I'm going to ask for a soul card, and let's see what you would have to think about on a soul level this week, Libra. So, angel, spirits, guys, can we have a soul card for Libra, please? Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Okay, so what's all that about? Again, it's part of that reality checking. What can keep me stuck? Guilt. People stay in relationships because they feel guilty about leaving. They don't want to upset. They don't want to upset the children. They don't want to upset their families, their mums and dads. People stay put in a job for the wrong reasons. I've been there for, they would be lost without me. Or I've been there for so long, I couldn't possibly leave. This can be misplaced guilt. And there's where you have to have that reality check, because guilt is your energy block this week, because you have, and they're telling you, bring something back into balance. Because your thoughts of travel, your hopes, your dreams can be held back because of feeling guilty. And there is dissatisfaction here. You're beginning to, and you'll probably feel that intensify this week. But moving on, you've got such good cards. Partnerships and alliances, positive movement forward, transformation. So don't let guilt hold you back. Do that reality check. Really dig deep in yourself and say, am I stuck as I believe myself to be? Okay, so I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments below. And if you are enjoying these videos, please like, please comment, please share, and above all, please subscribe. That would be just marvellous. Right, okay. Let's clear the energy. Angel, spirits, guides. Can we have cards for Scorpio, please? So Scorpio, like I've addressed with the other readings, I'm getting bored of saying it. If you receive a message from me, unless you've contacted me first and I'm replying, it's not me. And I think you might have seen all my posts about scammers. I'm sick to my back teeth of posting it, but I'm sick. But I'm also worried about people being ripped off, and I don't want to be wrong cards. Hold on, my light's just gone off. Oh, I've just lost a light. I hope you can see okay still. Right. Excuse me. Got a bit of a frog in my throat. So Angel, Spirits, Guides, can we have 3 cards for Scorpio, please? Transformation. Do you know, I was just thinking about that, because in Scorpio, this is the Death card. No, I'm saying that wrong. In Tarot, transformation is the Death card, and the Death card is the Scorpio Tarot card, which is, so big card, transformation, moving on, and recognition and rewards. That's came out in 2 or 3 of the Zodiac signs tonight, so hopefully there's a bit of a collective acknowledgement of people's worth and appreciating people's efforts. So Angel, Spirits, Guides, can we have some clarifiers, please? For Scorpio, we've got transformation. They've got their own card here. We've got moving on and recognition and reward. So let's go. Transformation, we have the 10 of Wands. We have the Fool. That's the classic ending and beginning. Wow. So moving on, we have the 2 of Swords. And we have the 2 of Cups. Recognition and reward, we have the 5 of Swords. And we have the 8 of Cups. Now you've got some really positive cards here, really good cards. But there will be a little bit of energy in this process of beginning and ending. Now the 10 of Wands, all 10 signify endings. They signify the closure of a cycle. So something in your life, Scorpio, is coming to an end. And coupled with transformation, endings and beginnings. And you probably might not be able to see it, seeing as I've just, but those are, and I always talk about butterfly on when I get the Death card. And this is about not knowing even the fact, your potential, what you can actually achieve. Because this signifies that little caterpillar that's in the cocoon, who's not quite out yet, doesn't even know it's got wings, let alone huge, big, gorgeous wings. So this is a card of deeply transformative energy. And it is saying very, very clearly, the time is coming upon you that you have to take a decision, because this 10 is closure of something, putting it down. It's maybe become a burden, become a chore. Now, it's not telling me whether particularly this is it could be in work, it could be a job, it could be a career move, it could be a friendship, it could be a relationship, it can be many things, but you're going to let something go. Now the Fool, beautiful card, first card in the major arcana, and he's starting out on his journey. So you're finishing something and you're starting out. You're starting out with huge energy, beautiful, huge energy, and higher consciousness, knowing that you're doing the right thing. And when I'm saying starting out, we've also got moving on. So absolutely, absolutely clear as a bell that you're moving on somewhere or to something. Now, we also have the two, we've got 2 twos here, which is quite interesting. So the Two of Swords is about taking a decision. I always think about the blindfold here, so I always say don't take an emotional decision. Swords are not emotional; they're an air sign, and they represent our thinking, our thoughts, and our belief. So although this is Libra, this is for you, this can also signify a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarian around you that may be either encouraging you to take a decision, and the decision can involve a partnership. Sometimes this can be in a love relationship. This can be an engagement, betrothal, people deciding to tell their families they're moving in together. It's a real commitment card. But it can apply to a career move as well. It's about finding the right job, the right role, the right company. And something is, it really is beautiful. It's hugely stepping in the right direction. But with this 2 here, it's saying take your decision wisely. Do your homework. Don't walk in blindly. Do your research, do your homework, and get all information at your fingertips. So we've got recognition and reward, and we've got the 5 of Swords. So you may have had to fight to get something. You may have had to fight to get to where you are. You may have had to fight to get the recognition. You still might be fighting to get the reward. But I feel as if, because it's a cycle, the transformation, something will be, this energy will be coming in if it's not here already. So there can be, I'm also hearing too little too late. So for some people, the thoughts of ending and moving on have maybe are moving into action, really beginning to move on. And when the recognition comes, well, you've already maybe had that job offer, or you found a company, or you found something else. And it's been a struggle. And there can be those negative beliefs and resentments because it's been made to be a struggle. Hasn't been easy. There's been a fight to get somewhere. At the same time, we've got the 8 of Cups, which is emotional. So you might be quite sad. You might be quite sad about having to move on, or choosing to move on, or some aspect about moving on. If it's in a career move, you might be sad to leave your colleagues. You might be sad to leave the area. You might be sad to leave your family if you're going traveling. There's just an aspect of emotion here. But whenever I do see this card, I always believe that Spirit are saying to us, okay, it's up to you, we acknowledge it, but it's time to draw a line. Because he's actually turned his back on the emotions here. So putting your emotions aside, let the past be the past. You might be angry, you might be resentful still about somebody or something, but you have to take a decision. You have to do that rationally. So put that emotion aside, and then you will take the right decision. Because definitely endings, beginnings, moving on, and excitement and happiness and knowing you've made the right choice. So I'm feeling quite good about your cards. Now let's just, Libra, I'm just going to see what your soul card is for this week. So Angel, Spirit, Guides, what do Libras have to take into consideration or pay attention to this week on a soul level? Balance. So that's interesting as well, because you've got the decision making. You want to make a balanced decision. I feel there is balance here, actually, because I feel that I love the fact that you're taking a decision, moving into a partnership. But part of the balance for you and moving into the new energy, the transformational energy, is letting go of that past. Letting go of the past, or letting go of the emotion, letting go of the feelings, but in a nice, harmonious way. The actual saying on this card says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So that's about leaving any resentments that you may be holding towards anyone. You about just working on it to let it go, because you're moving on. Don't hang on to old energy. Don't hang on to something stagnant or be resentful. It puts you in a completely out of alignment vibration. Just be aware of what's happened, learn from it, you're moving on. So I love your cards this week, Scorpio. Did I say Libra earlier? That was it. So Scorpio, I love your cards this week. I think they're really, really exciting. I honestly do. And sometimes change is exciting and it can be nerve-wracking. But I didn't actually see, I didn't feel any fear in your cards. I just felt maybe a little bit of exasperation or bring it on, bring it on. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. If it does, please leave me a comment. If it doesn't, leave me a comment. It's all appreciated. Right, let's clear the energy. And we're going into Angels, Spirits, Guides. Can we please have some cards for Sagittarius? What do Sagittarians need to learn this week to support them in their life journey? So I'm going to start with 3 of these cards, but a very quick note, and I've been saying it to all the other signs, is if you receive a message from me, unless you've contacted me first, it isn't me. So please be aware, because we're all sick to death of these scammers on Instagram. But we need people to be aware. We need people to report. We need people to take themselves off their list as well. So make sure you're not on any dodgy scammers list, because they pass these lists around. Okay, so let's get going. So 3 cards, please, for Sagittarius. Oh, that one wants to come out. Memories of love. Okay, that made itself down quite easily there. Oh, that one. Positive movement forward. And prosperity begins. That's super. Let's see what the tarot say. Angel, Spirits, Guides, can we have? I'm loving this card because I'm really paying attention to the doors. For some reason, they caught my eye again this time. Doors are opening. Movement, choices, decision. And then prosperity begins. So you're going to make the right choices. And there will be opportunities. There will be change. So Angel, Spirits, Guides. Let's have 2 cards for Memories of Love. We've got Justice. Okay. We've got Ace of Cups. We've got Wheel of Fortune. Wow, you're getting some big cards here. Page of Pentacles. Prosperity begins. The Chariot. And the World. My God. Sagittarians, you are rocking it. This, you know, so, all right, this might not all happen this week, but it can begin this week. And these are huge cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana in 6. I think that's absolutely exciting. Anyway, let's get on. So we've got Memories of Love, Justice, and Ace of Cups. Now, this can be a current relationship. This can, when you're already in a relationship and you're looking back and you're thinking about how it was. But Justice would be saying to you, be fair here. And because this is about the truth coming out. What part have you played in something? So it can be the undoing of a relationship, and the cards would be saying to you, come on, don't just lump all the blame on one person. What part did you play? We all play a part. So I'm going to say that straight away for if you're in a relationship and you're a bit disappointed at how it's panning out at the moment, or you're thinking, oh, he's changed, she's changed, it's not the way it used to be. You have to own your part in the change and then see what you can do to put it right again. But very excitingly, if you're single, this can be a new relationship. This can be a new relationship coming in. And it's also, when it's justice, it's about fairness. It's about you coming into a new relationship that you deserve that new relationship. It's long overdue, possibly. And it's about getting the right person. Because when we've got memories of love, memories of love, especially if we've lost someone, and I mean by death, I don't mean any other way, memories of love can, can be beautiful, and they can be gorgeous, and they can be such a comfort, but they can also stop us back from moving into a new energy because we feel either disloyal, guilty, something like that. You know, we don't want to disrespect. But Justice would say, this is your time. It's unfolding. Justice is a process. So don't get too bogged down in memories, because it feels, if you're single, that it's coming right for you. And this, because this is a beautiful card. And I always say to people, look, my cup runneth over. I am so happy. And I can make peace with the memories I've had of the past. These would be good memories, incidentally, because if it was reversed, it would be bad memories. But these are, so something could be tying you back to the past, but it's now coming, the process is being weighed up and coming to an end to allow you to have a new relationship. So really interesting, because it's applicable to people at different stages in their relationships. Movement, choices, decisions in the Wheel of Fortune. You have got to be ready. Oh my God, these are big cards now. Wheel of Fortune, the universe has got your back. Strike with the iron's hot. Be bold. Be, it's just opportunity. It's incredible. Page of Pentacles. So this could be about learning a new skill, brushing up in your CV, doing a tick box exercise, learning something. It's about card of learning, which will consolidate your career choices, because this is about decision making moving forward. Now we have the Chariot, and this would say, yes, there's been decisions, but you've taken the right ones because you've won. This is a card of success. We've got prosperity begins because of my success. And this, the world is my oyster. Now this is about cycles. So you may have had a cycle of real struggle and thinking, I'm never going to make it. It's never going to come right. And they're saying, oh, yes, it is. So really, Sagittarius, you need to hang on in there. When you've been having doubts, you're going to have your day. We've got Justice. Oh my God, these are just such big cards. Look at these major arcana. Justice on your side. The truth coming out about your potential. Wheel of Fortune, the universe has got your back. The Chariot, success, correct decision, overcoming hurdles, getting round it and being the winner. And the World, achieving maximum, a huge manifestation card. It's about a goal achievement and moving into a cycle of real prosperity, because prosperity begins there. And once you've taken all your decisions, it's all going to start flowing. So massive cards. So I really wonder what is going to go on for you this week, that you're getting such massive cards. Something is going on behind the scenes. Who's got their eye on you? Who's going to suggest something to you? I'm not saying job offers or anything like that. I'm just saying it's like everything you've built, you've worked for and worked hard for up until now is beginning to come in. And I just love that energy. I think it's absolutely fabulous. So I don't know what you're manifesting, whether it's job, career, happiness, relationships, babies, whatever. That can actually be a pregnancy card as well. Very much, because it's about that new relationship, that new love, that uniqueness. So you're really, Sagittarians, coming into a hugely fantastic cycle. And I hope, just let me know what goes well this week. But this feels like the beginning of a whole new cycle. So, angel, spirits, guides, what do Sagittarians have to pay attention to? Wow, success. So even at a soul level, you know, it's telling you about success. Now it says here, but I don't actually like it. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. I know that it's a beautiful sentiment. For me, it's about accepting your success. What does success mean to you? Because if we have some, you know, if you're moving, not that I'm seeing it in your cards, but I'm just going to say very briefly at a soul level, some people actually have a fear around success, because you would think that everyone desires it, but some people desire it, but they've got that but. Yeah, but I'll need to go and buy a bigger house. I'll need to move out of the area. I'll probably lose all my friends. So what does success mean to you? Have a little think about that, because really you've got huge cards coming your way. Big potential. Make the most of it. And let me know. And if you're enjoying these little videos, please like, please subscribe and share and leave a comment. I love reading comments. Right, let's clear the energy. Angels, spirits, guides, can we have some cards, please, for Capricorn? What do Capricorns need to know to learn this week for their moving on? Now, like I've said to all the other cards, I'll say it the other zodiac signs, I'll say it very briefly, but if I've messaged you, it's not me unless I am replying to a message you've sent to me. I do not solicit readings, and I am not offering readings by text messages. I do personal readings. If you're interested in finding out more about how I work, press the booking button. It will take you to the information section, and if you want to take it further, you may. If you have any questions, you can DM me on Instagram, or I'm at Theresa Holistic Tarot at gmail.com. So up to you, but I don't contact you. Right, let's start. Solitude, interesting. Sacrifice. Heartache and loss, wow. So that heartache and loss, it looks really ominous. It really is the Three of Swords in traditional tarot. It's about disappointment. It can be grief, it can be betrayal. So we'll have a look at that. Sacrifice can mean having to endure, being stuck in a situation that you're not 100% happy with or comfortable with. And solitude, recharge your batteries, or the need to be alone sometimes. So let's see what the tarot say. Okay, so cards for Capricorn, for solitude, sacrifice, and heartache and loss. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups. We have Temperance. Sacrifice is justice. And the High Priestess. Heartache and loss, we have the Ace of Wands. And we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, now the first thing that strikes me here with solitude is temperance. Temperance is about achieving a balance, and especially a balance emotionally. So solitude, although I did say, and I truly believe it, I need it definitely to recharge my batteries. I need my me time every single solitude day, or I will go ballistic. But there's a balance. So are you taking yourself off just a little bit too much? Is the need for solitude for you an indication of something else? Can it be that your mind is beginning to go into a little bit of a negative cycle? And the reason I'm also saying that is we've got this one here, which is not the best card. It's traditionally the worry, anxiety, desperation sort of type of card. I truly and utterly believe that this is a learned thinking style, because we go into patterns of worry. We maybe learn it from our mothers who learned it for their mothers, but we become worriers, and people might just accept, well, that's part of who they are. But, you know, years of training in CBT and working with people say this is a learned thinking style. It can be changed. It can be defeated. It was learned. It can be unlearned. So there's something possibly out of sync, out of balance with you Capricornians. You may want to be on your own, to lick your wounds, to really delve into your own head, because this is when I'm living in my head, and this is when I'm not reality checking as well, and I'm maybe not running what is concerning me past other people who love and care for and support me. Because if I did that, they might say, well, wait a minute, hang on, you're looking at that a bit funny, have you considered, etc. So it's temperance here would be about balance, get a balance back into your life in regards to your worrying, and possibly you're cutting yourself off. You don't want solitude to turn into isolation, and yet saying that we're in a time of COVID. So you may well have to be in solitude and isolating. And you might be lonely, you might be fed up, you might be really worried about it. And if that is the case because of COVID, I am sorry. It will come to an end. Okay, so we've also got the Nine of Cups, which is a great card. So I know that you're moving into maybe a lonely energy, or a need to be alone energy. But this is party time. This one. This is when I'm inviting everyone to come and celebrate what I'm happy with, what I'm celebrating. This is the hospitality card. This is when I'm. So maybe when you're out of COVID, the first thing you're going to do is invite everybody round. This is you celebrating. Now, sacrifice, as I say, can be when we have to endure a situation or a condition that we don't particularly want or we like. But now we have justice. So justice is, skills of justice is about balance. Balance again, balance. This is about putting something right. This is about the truth coming out. This is about a wrong being put right. So if you're struggling with something, I would be saying to you, why you must talk about it. Don't just be on your own worried about it. Talk to other people, highlight it, bring it out into the open, and take other people's support in helping you deal with it. The High Priestess, a card of secrets. This lady can keep some secrets. So you may be sacrificing to respect somebody's secret. But the High Priestess is also about your higher self. So what is your higher self telling you in regards to sacrifice and the truth coming out? What's it telling you? Is it saying to you, respect my boundaries? Are you acknowledging to yourself your boundaries are not being respected? And are you ready to bring an end to a situation? So you need to listen to your higher self and listen to your gut here, and not put up with something you don't want to just because this can be people pleasing. So don't fall into that trap. So we've got heartache and loss, we've got disappointment. But I'm loving the fact that we're moving from that straight into that, the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a huge passion, huge new beginning. So whatever hasn't worked out for you, because this is a card of something really going really wrong or terribly disappointed. This is now you're moving into healing energy. You're moving into a time of excitement. You're moving into a passion. You might have the most passionate affair. You may have a passionate relationship. You may find a job that fills you with absolute joy and passion. So, it's really an interesting card. It's a time of new beginnings. It will knock the disappointment on the head. It's a healing card. It's a card of things coming really terribly, really right. So maybe being terribly wrong, now being terribly right. So now I'm going to say this, and it probably won't go down well with some people. This is a card, these two cards together can mean miscarriage and pregnancy. So it can be a card of when I've lost, because this is also a pregnancy card, like the Ace of Cups, but in a different way. And this is the new growth, the new fertility. So you may be moving out of a cycle of loss and a cycle where you may be worried about fertility or for anything to do with fertility, into a new cycle of either getting yourself well enough and healing, and actually the beginning of conception. So for some people, I had to say it, sorry, because it doesn't mean it for everybody, but for somebody it may be really relevant, because this is not for me to be taken lightly, especially when I see it come out with that. So somebody can be worried sick. Will I ever get pregnant again? Will I ever be able to have a child? And it's agony. So for some, if you have had a miscarriage or a loss, my sincere condolences, and I do know what it feels like. So that's why I'm being very respectful of it. But it does indicate either new pregnancy or fertility. So ignore. So let's move on now. I'm going to pull a soul card. So for Capricorn, angel spirits, oops, I didn't do that very well. I'm in limited space here. So angel spirits guides, Can we have a soul card for Capricorns? What do they have to think about this week? So this can actually just be the beginning of all the stuff that's going on in the universe behind the scenes, beginning to germinate this week. I think it's exciting. Empathy. Okay, so if you've so be aware of your own levels of empathy, but please be aware and please be respectful of somebody who has maybe had a loss of any type, because they'll be suffering. They're in their own personal pain, their own personal hell. It's not fun. So be aware of empathy. This actually says here, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So it's about, so you've got the Justice card, so you may be called upon to give your opinion in a situation, and you're just going to have to try and be fair and see both sides, because everybody has a story. Okay, I'll leave you with that. I hope to see you again next week, Capricorns. If that was helpful, please let me know in the comments. And if it resonated, great. If it didn't, you can let me know that as well. And I hope to see you again next week. Bye for now. Angel Spirits, guys, can we have some cards, please, for Aquarius? What do Aquarians need to consider this week? Look out for this week? What will stand them in good stead? So let's start. But very quickly, Aquarians, I'm going to say to you, as I've been saying to every other sign, if you've received a message from me, it's not me. Unless you've contacted me first and I'm replying, it's definitely not me. I'm sick of scammers, and you're probably sick listening to it, but please be active. Help us get rid of them. They're a pain. They're parasites. So if you have had a dodgy message, make sure you're not, and you've accepted the message, make sure then you're not on their list of followers. If you are, remove yourself, and then block, and then report and block, or block and report. I think report comes first. Yeah, report definitely comes first. So please do that. It will support all of us in this industry. And just be aware that scammers pass these lists of followers onto each other. So don't get stuck on lists, because you'll receive no end of stuff. Right. Fertility. Aquarians, we have fertility. I'm going to show you this. I always think she looks like Celine Dion. What do you reckon? Movement, choices, decisions. There's definitely a collective movement going on. That's come out so often tonight. And we've got the solar plexus chakra. So that's about confidence, self-confidence. Right. Let's have the tarot. Okay, so we have 2 cards for fertility, please. New beginnings, Ace of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. We have the Page of Swords. We have the King of Pentacles. We've got the Hierophant. And we have the 9 of Pentacles. Lovely cards, actually. So, very interesting. So, the Ace of Pentacles, new beginning, new start somewhere, something coming in. Is it to do with a new cycle of fertility? On a physical, biological level, this can actually mean a new cycle of fertility. It can possibly, at a push, you see, really my aces, which represent pregnancy, are cups and wands. But when I see it with fertility, I've got to give it the benefit of the doubt. It could be tied in with fertility issues. So this could be a new, because this is a health card as well, so it could be getting that clean bill of health, it could be the all clear from the doctor to say, yes, you can go and try again, or whatever. Or just, yes, yes, we'll consider you for this program. Yes, you can have IVF, whatever. So, but this Ace of Pentacles is a big card. So it's also divine opportunity. So it's about the right timing, which is really important when it's tied in with fertility. So we have the 7 of Swords. So obviously something is stealing at your peace of mind. Now this can also indicate somebody duplicitous around you. But I'm not feeling that. I'm actually feeling peace of mind being stolen because of these issues. And again, swords are our thoughts, which are turning into our belief systems. So if you've got thoughts about your fertility, which are turning into major worries, which are turning into a belief it's never going to happen, I'll never get pregnant, what's wrong with me? You've got to be careful of your thoughts, because this is a really good health card. This can take away from your overall health, because it starts in your mind. So be careful of that one. But other than that, I think you've got some. And by the way, this also it can mean projects. It can mean that the time is ripe for you to plant the seed, or the seed that you have planted is beginning to ripen. It's beginning to manifest into an opportunity which can bring money, etc., etc. So it's a really brilliant card in business and for investment purposes. The Seven of Swords, in a business sense, I would actually say just be careful that you're being told the truth. Be asked to see all the paperwork, because somebody then could be just not 100% honest, not 100% straight, if it's in regards to money in that investment stroke business type of decision. Now we've got movement, choices, decisions. So there's doors opening for you. There's opportunities, lots and lots of doors, lots of opportunities. Page of Swords. So you might be waiting to hear of something in regards to, you might just be waiting to hear of something, anything. And it's coming in and it's upright. So it would be something that pleases you. I've got the King of Pentacles here. Now that's very much about security, stability. Yes, it can be finances, but because finances can buy this and the stability and the security and the peace of mind. It can be to do with, he's a very family orientated, also home card. And the king doesn't just mean male. These cards are not gender specific, the court cards. So male or female, wherever it fits. So to get the home, to get the money, to get everything that you may be waiting for, there's news coming in, and then you've got decisions, and it involves movement. Solar plexus chakra can be about my confidence. So there can be a lack of confidence somewhere within you, Aquarius, and you will benefit from the experience of a teacher. But you yourself, this is quite... Aquarians are air signs, so they're all about learning. They're progressive, they're ahead of their time. So it's you also imparting your knowledge onto others. So, but definitely in this instance, your confidence will soar if you learn more, and if you impart that knowledge onto other people. So on a physical level, you may have some issues at the top of now I'm not very into biology. It would be, if you can imagine, under the breastbone, if you've got, so what's there, your stomach, top of your intestines. So on a physical level, be careful around that area. But I wouldn't be worried about it, because I've got the Nine of Pentacles here, which is it's a wish card. The 10 is the big wish card in both, but the 9 means peace of mind, things coming right, things coming together. And Pentacles are my home, my relationships, my friendships, my health, my job, my career. They cover a hell of a lot of ground, Pentacles. But in this instance, she's in her garden and she's just happy. She's just full of it. Look, it's all come right. Look at the bird on my hand. I'm obviously, I've got the trappings of wealth. And that wealth has brought me peace of mind and freedom. So a really successful card here. And yeah, and I'm feeling very much a teacher energy as well for you, Aquarians. So let's see. So really nice. And the fact that we've got the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles is saying that you could be striving forward. And part of the learning and is about also producing results. So it's having a goal, it's having an ideal, it's sticking to the ideal, knowing what you want to achieve, but also knowing that we need money to pursue those dreams and goals and ambitions, and being practical enough and taking your head out of the clouds to actually say this is important. But just know that it's going to come right. I love that. Okay, I'm going to pull a spirit card, a soul card for you. So Angel Spirits Guide, what do Aquarians need to think about this week at a soul level? Judgment. Okay. So be aware of judgment, and be aware. So be aware of judging others. Okay. But also be aware of yourself. How do you feel? I lose the plot if I think someone's judging me, because I always think, who are you to judge? You know. So be aware. Don't slip into judgment. Now, the actual wording on the card says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So have a bit of empathy, because Aquarians, you can be quite up in the air, in your head, a very analytical sign. So whereas the Cups can be that little bit more empathic when they can understand whereas Aquarians would be going, oh really? Well, just get on with it. Pick yourself up and get on with it. And so just be aware that your energy block this week would be passing judgment. And also be aware of how triggered you'll be if you feel judged yourself. Okay. Right, so Aquarians, if that made sense to you and you enjoyed it, or even if it didn't make sense to you, you didn't enjoy it, please leave me a comment. And I would love it if you would like, share and subscribe. It makes it all worthwhile. When I see those little numbers going up, I think, hey, someone's enjoying it. That's absolutely it's exciting. Right. Okay, let's clear the energy. Let's clear the energy for Pisces. Angel Spirits, guys, what do Pisces need to pay attention to this week? All right. So Pisces, before I start, I'll tell you, as I've been saying to all the other signs, if you've received a message from me, it's not me. I don't message people. I will respond to messages if you contact me, but I don't send out messages about readings, energy, or anything like it. So on that note, if you wish to book a reading if you'd like to have a reading with me, you can. If you go to the booking button, you will be taken to the information about how I work, and then you can make up your mind. It's up to you. If you've got any queries, you can contact me by DM on Instagram or at Theresa Holistic Tarot at gmail.com. So I'd love to hear from you. It's not a problem, but please don't be thinking I'm sending you messages, because I'm not. So if you have had any messages, please make sure you're not on their list of followers, and then report and block. Assist us in getting rid of some of these parasites, please. They're driving us all mad. Right, so cards for Pisces. Heartache and loss. That came out earlier from one of the signs. Passion ignited. Wow. Wisdom. Okay, so heartache and loss is like number 3 here, but it's like the 3 of swords in traditional tarot. So it's that pierced heart, so there's been either betrayal, loss, grief, disappointment. It's not always the major stuff. Sometimes it's just disappointment. Something hasn't worked out. Something's just not working out. Something's going wrong. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know what to do. I'm disappointed. So let's have a look and see what the tarot say. Now, Passion Ignited is so exciting. I wonder if that's going to be in a relationship context or a business context. And wisdom. Love it. I love the wisdom card. So Angel Spirits, guys, let's have 3 cards for heartache and loss, please. Page of Wands. And not 2 cards. And the Fool. Passion Ignited, we have the Hierophant. We have the World. Wow. Wisdom. Page of Pentacles. And we have the Devil. Okay. Right. So, obviously disappointment, as I've explained. But you're turning a corner here. Because these 2 cards are really, really powerful energy. The Page of Wands is saying you've got an offer coming in. And with it being wands, it's about something you really fancy, something you really are attracted to, something you want to do. So there's excitement there. And the Fool, the first card in the major arcana, is setting out on a new journey. And this is a new stage of life, a new cycle. There's something coming in for you that is really big. And it's very, very big with this Passion Ignited. So this is the new beginning. And I'm excited about it. It could be job related, career, travel. It could be a relationship. So it's pretty broad at the moment. But you've also got that job offer, which could tie in with travel. And we've got the new beginning. So this is getting you over previous disappointment, which is great. Now, we've also got the Hierophant. And we've got in fact, look, we've got 3. You've actually got 4 out of 6. You've got major arcana here. So this is quite important. Now, I'm going to jump to the World. The World is about cycles. And so it can mean the closure of one cycle, the beginning of a new cycle. And the new cycle has massive potential, massive energy. You know, the world is your oyster. Go forward. Be bold. And it's a massive travel card, the biggest travel card in the deck. So what is your passion? You need to clarify your goals, because this is really an important time that's coming in for you. So I would actually say this week could just even be the beginning of the hope that you're beginning to realize that anything is possible for you. This is all the possibilities in the world and just going for it. The Hierophant can be about you learning something. So you could be, the Hierophant can also indicate the legal profession, the medical profession. It's about structured, it's about establishments. So it can be that you need to do everything properly. You need to conform to a certain degree to get in, you know, to reach the energy of the world. So this can mean many things. With Passion Ignited, which is, it can be a new relationship, it can actually mean getting married, because it's the legals, you know, it's a bit churchy as well. So it can be about conforming to doing the type of ceremony my family would like. But come what may, it's about doing things properly, traditionally. So an emphasis on dotting the I's and crossing the T's for you this week. Now with Wisdom, lovely card, we've got the Page of Pentacles. Now this is the card about learning. So you may have an opportunity to, and he's a great card for establishing your career. He thinks long and hard about, how can I make something work for me in the longer term in regards to my career? So as I said to you, that if you get any opportunity to enhance your CV, grab the opportunity. Absolutely grab it, because this is a card of it. You've got 2 cards together which say you're going to have the opportunity to learn, and you can apply that wisdom, that learning, to you moving forward. Now we have the Devil here. The Devil is a card of either obsession, as traditionally in the tarot, but I always think it's a card of negative attachment. Now, note that these 2 little people are manacled to each other, and they're also manacled to the Devil. So the attachment part is what's holding you back. What's holding you back from going out into the world and achieving all your dreams and your goals? What's holding you back? Now, it can be an attachment like, well, right now there's COVID, travel's forbidden. But very often the Devil can represent the very dark side of ourselves, but the negative side, which is telling ourselves that, oh, you'll get robbed if you go there, or you can't do that, you're not brave enough, oh, it'll all go terribly wrong, you can't do that. This is a card of holding a person captive, holding them back, and sometimes it's very much you holding you back, because these cards are actually really good. Oh, right, so we've started on heartache and loss, which is disappointment, feeling let down. Sometimes it's betrayal. It sometimes can mean when people have let us down. But you cannot let the feelings that you've either had from the past, either a past relationship or a past experience or past anything. You cannot allow that to dictate your head and your heart. So there's something you need to deal with. And you need to deal with it possibly at a subconscious level. And you may ask me how. We'll start doing energy cord cutting. Start really picking up to what you're telling yourself. Because, look, Pisces, you have absolutely terrific cards for this week. Something is beginning to turn in energetically. Your wisdom will stand you in good stead, 100%. You've got a new journey with the Fool in the world. So a new stage of your life is beginning to open up. And it's saying, grab any opportunity that comes your way to assist this. Get the teaching, get the support, get the help. And you've got a new love, new of life, a new beginning for you. Don't allow anything negative to hold you back. So whatever's beginning to germinate this, and you might find this week, don't be held back with negative thoughts, with doubt, with fear. It's a big card of fear. So you may have an opportunity this week. You may hear the inkling of something beginning. Go for it. Because really the World card is saying, strike with the irons hot and grab every opportunity that comes your way. Okay, we've got soul cards. I'm just going to pull a soul card. What do Pisces have to give consideration to this week? I love it. Gratitude. And I've just been saying about being ready for any opportunities that come your way and for the learning. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. A state of gratitude will help you heal from the past, and it will also dissipate the fear and the self-doubt. If you start being grateful for what's actually working well in your life and for your own achievements. Acknowledge what you've achieved. Don't fall into that trap, because that can be quite a negative, powerful energy. So I hope that made sense to you. You've got a lot going on, Pisces. And if you do enjoy this, if you have enjoyed it, please leave me a comment. If you don't enjoy it, please leave me a comment. I will listen to it and appreciate it. So look forward to seeing you next month. And please like and subscribe to my YouTube if you're enjoying these little videos. So until then, there's your weekly guidance. It's all about challenging those negative thoughts. So bye for now.